I'm visiting with Jim Lappin with AMVAC, and we're going to talk about insect control strategies. So when it comes to this topic, Jim, what is AMVAC offering right now?
Well, it's interesting. Every year we monitor rootworm, adult rootworm pressure kind of along the I-80 corridor in the corn crops. And what we've seen since 2016 is we continue to see building pressure of adult beetles. Now that doesn't always translate to more pressure the following season, but it's an indication that the traits that are out there are not working as well as they used to, that some of the bifenthrin only solutions aren't working as well as they used to. The pest has a way of finding a way through the control strategy. So we're fortunate that we have a broad portfolio of products. So with these increasing rootworm pressure and more pressure now with all 4 commercial BT traits have demonstrated field level resistance, doesn't mean they're all going to have a problem, but it means there's the potential for that problem. Growers have gone to fewer triple stacks, trying to save some money on seed. So what we've seen is by using one of our granular or liquid insecticides, in addition to their traits, they're actually getting a yield bump of about 8 to 9 bushels per acre. And that's a trend we've seen over the last 5 years. So increased number of adult beetles out there means there's going to be more eggs laid. So if you take a typical adult beetle, female lays about 400 eggs, 32,000 plants per acre. If you do the math, it's millions of potential eggs that could show up the next year. You only need around 20 per plant. If 5% of what gets laid survives, that could be enough for economic pressure. So we recommend using either a granular insecticide or a liquid insecticide to make sure that you do the best job of protecting your root zone. When you think about a trait, the larvae have to move in and actually feed on the root system to ingest the BT. In the case of our insecticides, they're applied in a granule or in a liquid. They move into soil solution. They move in and around the root system. So as that pest moves in to feed on that root system, they either come in contact with the product in the soil solution, they're either repelled by the product in the soil solution, or in a few cases with products like Counter that are systemic, once they feed, they can continue to ingest the system. So it provides just a higher level of overall control than a trait alone. Many of the traits use what they call a refuge in a bag. So 5 to 10% of your plants in that bag, a built-in refuge, have no BT. So those plants are left naked in the field. By adding a soil insecticide, you're essentially not only protecting those plants, but you're giving a higher overall performance of root protection on those plants that have the BT.
And that just is added benefit, I guess you'd say.
Well, ultimately it results in higher yield. So in this economy, higher yield is always better than lower yield. So,
Right. So the products you have are in forms that many farmers can adapt them to their systems, for example?
correct. Many growers are familiar with our Smart Box system. So we have a Smart Box system. It's an aftermarket granular applied system that could be bolted onto virtually any planter. Doesn't matter what color your planter is. We have a system and a way to add on these aftermarket systems. So it involves a metering system that drops the material to the furrow right behind the seed. So again, it's being incorporated with the seed. As the rainfall occurs, the material moves off the granule into the soil solution, providing you that zone of protection. So the Smart Box system, we actually have incentives for growers to acquire the Smart Box system. The more product they buy from AMVAC, the lower the cost of the Smart Box system. We've just introduced Index, a liquid insecticide. So this is the first way we've innovated around. We've taken 2 modes of action, right, and put it into a liquid format. So a grower would mount a dosatron unit on his planter. He would take the product in the delivery, a 15-gallon keg. He would pump the material from the keg into the dosatron system, and then it meters into your carrier stream to apply the product in furrow. So either granular or liquid, we get high levels of performance, continue to add yield for a grower, which at the end of the day is how he measures his success, yield and profit.
And where should they go to get more information, get good advice for this?
They can always go to amvac.com or go to smartbox.com, visit their local retailer. Now is a great time as we get ready for planting season to fine tune your strategies around your insect control, your weed control. Talk to your authorized retailer or your agronomist and sit down and talk about, here's my concerns, here's the approach I have, here's the seed I've chosen. Now let's design my insect strategy or my weed control strategy to complement that.
All right, well, thank you very much, Jim Lappin with AMVAC. We've been visiting here talking about insect control strategies. I'm Chuck Zimmerman.